Managers. Guess what time it is, boys? It's VR Commish time. And do we have some things to talk about? Let's start where we always start. The standings. Let's read them off. Brian, congratulations. You were 6-1, still in first place. You've been holding that spot for a little bit of time now. Is anybody going to take it from him? I don't know. Can you? Aaron, second place. Darshan, third place. Both of y'all are 5-2. Sitting nice and pretty with a good solid record. Panchal and Sergio coming in at 4-5, also tied at the same record of 4-3. Then you have a bunch of fools with losing records. All right, so let's see here. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4. What is it? 5. So we have 6th place, DJ 3-4, J Nash 7th place, 7-8, Luis 3-4, and 8th place. You round out the playoff currently. And then you have AK and Matt also 3-4 at 9-10, myself at 2-5, James at 1-6. 1-6. James, you are on the hot seat. I'm going to let you know right now, if you do not win this week, your season is over. It's done. It's finished. I'll put those odds, which I'm about to get to in a second, at 1,000,000,000-1 if you lose this week. You heard it here first, 1,000,000,000-1. You can't come back from that. Not in almost 1 billion tries. The odds. Here we go. Bryant, congratulations. I'm going to put you at 1-1. Aaron, 2-1. Darshan, 3-1. Panchal, 4-1. DJ, 5-1. J Nash, 6-1. Luis, 7-1. Myself, 8-1. Why is myself 8-1? I don't know. The odd makers are high. Next thing you know, Luis, 9-1. AK, 10-1. Matt, 11-1. James, I'm going to put you at 40-1. Same as last week. You didn't go anywhere. You're right where you were last week. Matchups. What do we start with, boys? What do we start with? Well, the revenge tour is over with, but hopefully you listened to this guy last week when I told you to buy some end zone repellent. You probably didn't. You thought I was joking, and guess what? Those 6 of you that didn't buy, yeah, guess what? You all lost. Everyone else that won bought theirs. This wasn't a joke. You weren't listening. If you would have been listening to me, you would have bought your end zone repellent for $10.99. Well, guess what? We sold out. We only had 6 bottles. I didn't have the backing, you know. I went to Shark Tank, tried to pitch my deal. Got ran right out of there. Mark Cuban said, hey, I like to work with Dallas entrepreneurs, but you don't have a solid plan. So, it worked for a week, boys. Anyway, it's the commish right here. So you know, when I say something, listen. Or don't. Most of y'all don't anyway. Here we go. First matchup. It'd be myself versus Sergio. 130.14 to 119.96. Sergio. Going into this matchup, this was probably one of your worst setups that you had to deal with. You had a bunch of bye weeks. Somehow you found a way to put up nearly 120 points with a trash setup going in. Sergio, I got to tell you right now, to be honest with you, you lost to me. You know what happened the last time someone lost to me? They haven't won since. You better watch out, Serge. I'm the Grim Reaper, baby. If you lose to me, you got a streak coming. A losing streak. And nobody wants that. Trust me, James knows. It's up 6 straight. But in this matchup, look at the wide receivers for myself. They scored 65 or so points, something like that, for me. Jarvis, 97 yards, a touchdown. Odell, good amount of yards and a touchdown late. Literally a garbage time with 5 seconds left touchdown. And then Emmanuel Sanders on Thursday Night Football, balling out. So Emmanuel Sanders, since I traded for him, has scored me 20-plus points per week. I have 2 songs that remind me of what Emmanuel Sanders really works for me. He kind of brings he's the cavalry coming in to try to save the day. So this song kind of comes to my mind. And then, to be honest with you, the second song is really more a more accurate description because he stole my heart. Emmanuel Sanders, I've been trying to feel sexy. Woo! Scoring touchdowns and getting yards more than anyone on my team ever did. No. And you do it regularly. You make me feel like I have a good team, baby. Woo! Come on. Everybody, sing with me. Emmanuel Sanders. Let's get it on. Oh, boy. What a surprise. What a surprise. What else did this matchup bring? Well, it's pretty simple, boys and girls. It's OVO season. It's OVO season. Y'all know. Kenyon, mother flipping Drake. He's coming. Guess what? He's a backup. Guess what? Adam Gase is dumb. These are all things we know. But 14.7 points from Kenyon Drakes. That's 72 yards rushing on a whopping 6 carries for the day. Guess what? If you're not going to get many, you better make them count. By the way, Stars are... Oh, he scored! He scored at the buzzer! Let's go! By the way, Stars just scored their 4th goal of the game. We're up 4-2 now. Wait, they better count that. They're actually going to review it. But Klingberg scored right at 0 point, looks like 0 seconds. So it's right on the money here to end the second. See if he actually beat the buzzer. Cool. Jonathan Quick's looking up at the Jumbotron. We're showing the replay. And I think it's late. Damn it. Maybe 3-2 at the intermission. Anyway, OVO season, Adam Gase, get him the ball. Sergio, your team, Sterling Shepard, 167 yards, 19.7 points on Monday Night Football. He tried to hold down the lead for Sergio, but the Monday Night Miracle for Tevin Coleman and Odell Beckham just could not be denied. End zone repellent for the win, baby. And then Sergio, from the deepest bottom of my heart, go fuck yourself for starting Marlon Mack. It's funny. Every single one of y'all said that he didn't want him. Y'all even started making jokes about Marlon Mack being offered in trades. That's funny. He scored twice. I told DJ all week he was going to score twice. He put up 32.9 points, had like nearly 716 billion yards or something like that. 2 scores. Congratulations. Marlon Mack is good. Who would have thought it? Oh, yeah, this guy. Guess what? None of y'all believe me. Go screw yourself. Anyway, completely different notes. No one wants Nelson Aguilar. He sucks according to every single one of y'all in this league. I dropped him. If you pick him up, I will personally drop him from your team again. Forewarning. Next matchup, Bryant versus Darshawn. The battle between number 1 and number 2 last week, right? The big showdown. Well, the big showdown was a big letdown, really. And when you look at matchup setups, if you're being honest, when you look at the setup here, it was what was the score? 105.3 to 71.6. Bryant's side, he won this one. Baker Mayfield, 24.9 points. The Browns just came up a little bit short in overtime, though. I keep rooting for the Browns because, like, to be honest with you, they're fun to watch. They just don't have much luck. So maybe in the next couple of years, they'll finally kick the tires of being a positive team. And then Bryant, every single week, we say the same damn thing. Adam Thielen is not human. Go ahead. Name the weeks. Here, I'll name them for you. Name the weeks that he didn't have 100 yards in a game. There you go. I named the weeks. Not a damn one has he not done it. Guy's a legend. He's the first person in NFL history to start off with 7. Count them. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go to 4, 5, 6, and 7. Why? Because, I'm only half Hispanic. Come on, y'all know this. El Salvadorian. Hey. But Adam Thielen's a baller. I try to tell y'all. Y'all didn't listen. Again, you didn't listen. Darshawn's team, let's go. Well, let me go like this. Darshawn's team could not be backpacked by Todd Gurley this week. He got him 2 touchdowns, but 71 points. Ain't doing much. So Darshawn dropped the god in Blake Bortles for C.J. Beathard. Now, why did he do this? I have no idea. Because according to Darshawn, Blake Bortles is good. Well, CJ Beathard, 170 yards, 8 points. Congratulations, Darshawn. Keep up the quarterbacks, baby. You got a hell of a squad. By a matter of fact, Darshawn 5-2 has what does he have? 23 more points than me on the season at 2-5. That's not by coincidence. He's gotten lucky. Moving on to the next matchup. That would be Ponchal versus James. 144.32 to 100.08 James. You have 6 straight losses. The highlight for you is you picked up Dallas Goedert, who scored a touchdown. Congratulations. Your Eagles still lost. But you got Amari Cooper. I knew you were a Dallas Cowboys fan, you sexy son of a bitch. But it is what it is. Ponchal, let's go to your team. Matt Prater, 16 points. You're the kicker of the week. I'm giving you kicker of the week. I really enjoy making up random awards to give to these players. Kicker of the week, Matt Prater. You know, let's clap it up for them boys. Cowboys are on a bye this week. We don't get to hear that clap or see that clap. So these are the claps. You know, I'm going to sprinkle those in throughout the rest of this. Also, broken record, Pat Mahomes, another 43.82 points. That guy, he just scores. And when he's done scoring, he scores. And after that, he showers and comes out and scores. Yeah. Next matchup, Matt versus AK. Matt won this one 97.74 to 80.80. What a boring matchup. Hey, for these two guys, it doesn't matter if you get the win. Everyone knows that. It doesn't matter what the score is. Just in regards to the scores, this one was low battle. For Matt, Tariq Cohen, 83 total yards, a score 14.3 points total. Pretty solid little get there. One of his early season acquisitions with a trade from DJ that sent Robert Woods to DJ. And then you also have 30.74 points from Andrew Luck. Now, let me tell you why I like this. Andrew Luck threw 4 touchdowns. He only threw for 156 yards. Imagine getting 30-plus points when your guy only throws for 156 yards. That is luck. Pun intended. Pun intended. But, you know, it is what it is. Switching over to AK's side of this, Wentz, 25.7 points. His quarterback is finally, I think, starting to kick it up a little bit. How far can he go? To be honest with you, AK, his team is really, really hit or miss, and it's missing most times. I don't know what else to say to that. Also on AK's team, no one else on his team had more than 10 points. I believe his defense or his kicker, one of his 2 special teams, got 10 points on the dot. But other than that, no one else had more than 10. So clearly a disappointing day for AK. Disappointing showing this week. Moving to the next matchup, Aaron versus Luis, 129.74 to 93.86. Aaron pulls out the victory and, smacks Luis for disrespecting the dog pound. Can't get in the dog pound, Luis. What are you thinking? You're not a dog. You're not a dog. You're not a dog. But you're a Charger. Believe that. Aaron, Kareem Hunt, 3 more scores, 32.10 points. Kareem Hunt is strolling. And I mean strolling right now. Why is he strolling? Because it's a cakewalk for him. He's walking, he's skipping down the sidewalk, just ready to score. When you have a quarterback, you have an offense that's clicking on all cylinders, guess what? One of your best players in Kareem Hunt is going to find the end zone regularly. He's doing that. Also, Lamar Miller. Aaron's on Aaron's bench last week. He starts him this week, puts up 100 yards exactly, gets the bonus exactly, and scores a touchdown. He had 1 catch for -1 yards. Whoop-dee-dee-doo. 18.9 points. But there is negative for Aaron's team. The man, the myth, the legend, Justin Tucker missed his first extra point of his career. Sad moment. Aaron's favorite Longhorn one of my favorite Longhorns, to be honest with you, one of all of our favorites, Longhorn. And not only did he miss an extra point, he missed a game-tying extra point at the end of the game. Literally, wow. Wow. But we're going to switch to Luis's side. Latavius Murray loves playing for Luis. He got off my team and is doing backflips down the highway, picking up another 20-plus point week, clearly balling out. Also, Luis, I told you you're a Charger. Well, guess what? Your Charger, Mike Williams, scored a touchdown. Not only helped your team get some points, but he helped your Chargers win in London, baby. In London. What's that? London. Yeah. That was a phone booth. That was a London phone booth. You better believe it. It's on the phone with Austin Powers. Yeah, baby. But 19-20 victory in that game. You can thank the other coach for wanting to go for 2. That'd be Mr. Mike Vrabel. Why go for 2 and not send this to overtime when your team has been outplaying the Chargers at the very end of the game? Who knows? Luis, doesn't matter. If a dub happens, you take the dub. Enjoy it. Moving on to the last matchup of the week. The best matchup of the week, in my opinion, was DJ versus J Nash, 150.88 to 143.08. J Nash had the audacity to say, "It's unfortunate my team went off like this and I still lost." And I told him that's literally been DJ's season every single week. Surprisingly, DJ had to put up 150 points to actually get a win because, again, someone scored 140 plus on him. At some point, that has to stop, I would think, for DJ's sake. Because I don't understand. That dude is like literally getting his points against. You know what? Let me look them up. Right now, points against. DJ has 951.74 points against scored on him. He also leads the league in points scored at 899.64. So he has the most points scored in the league and still has a minus, if you want to say plus minus rating when it comes to scoring differential. That's wild. That's wild, ladies and gentlemen. But into the matchup, DJ, John Brown, 22.4 points, 134 yards, and a score. Finds the end zone. You know, I didn't see the celebration. Maybe he did a dance. Maybe he didn't. It's John Brown. He probably did something really quick. And then your boy, Trey Burton. You were excited that Trey Burton outscored that boy, Zach Ertz, your former tight end from last season, 21.6 to 16.8. Congratulations. You won the tight end matchup. J Nash, Carry My Johnson, also known as Carry On Johnson, whatever you want to say. 158 rushing yards, 20.9 points. Really solid day. He got 19 carries. I think that might have been his biggest amount of carries on the season. So will that continue in Detroit? Possibly. Possibly not. J Nash's newest acquisition, James Flippin' White. Why is he James White? Because he's using that New England offense where they act like you have to be white to be used. So he just made sure he got his last name as White. 21.7 points. Congratulations. Sony Michel gets injured. How bad is it? Who knows? Will he miss a week? I'm assuming yes, maybe more. So James White should be a good start this upcoming week. That's it for the matchups. We're going to look at week 8. Miami at Houston on Thursday Night Football. You have Kenyon Drake and Frank Gore. I don't know who else on that team versus Deshaun Watson, Hopkins, Fuller, Lamar Miller for Houston. Let's be honest. I mean, it sounds like a boring game. Waiver wire, 9 a.m. Y'all know the routine. I'm not even going to say it. Just don't pick it up before 9 a.m. Thank you. Appreciate it. Dallas is on a bye week this week. I already mentioned that. We have 2 primetime games also. New Orleans at Minnesota for Sunday Night Football. The rematch of the playoff matchup. The rematch of the Minnesota Miracle. Stephon Diggs is in the Saints' heads. He's creating nightmares for the fans, for the city, for the players. So who redeems himself? Do the Saints go ahead and get payback Does Stephon Diggs do it again? We're going to have to wait and find out. And then Monday Night Football, New England at Buffalo. I say everyone that has players in this game, just bench them so nobody has to watch that game. Save us all the trouble so nobody has to watch that game. Because not any of that sounds fun. Nobody wants to watch Buffalo. Nobody. Not even Buffalo fans. Not even Bills Mafia. But I'm going to end it on this, boys. The Dallas Cowboys traded their first-round pick of this upcoming season draft for Amari Cooper. I'm going to give y'all my thoughts. Why? Because I'm the commish, and you're already listening. It's the facts. Got to clear my throat for this one. Okay, so Amari Cooper, first-round pick when he was drafted, two-time Pro Bowler, 24 years old, has the remaining portion of this season and then one more season on his deal. You trade away a first-round pick for that. So I see the skepticism, the skeptics sitting out there calling out the call or calling out the trade. Why'd you do this? Why not just draft a guy? Well, let me tell you something. This works for both teams. One, it says Dallas is in win now mode. It says that Dallas is trying to win right now. Why? 3 and 4? Don't ask me. So it also gives you a chance to evaluate Amari Cooper. Can he be the wide receiver 1 that your team needs? This also gives a wide receiver 1 to Dak Prescott. Can Dak Prescott, dominate or excel with a wide receiver 1? It's kind of a measuring stick for both guys. Maybe you give them this year, next year, and if it doesn't work out, you move on from Dak, you move on from Amari Cooper. It's a very likely option, but you're going to get a chance to try these two guys out. Now, let me tell you why you shouldn't be super annoyed. I do think we should have done a smaller deal. You should have waited out until the deadline, and maybe trade a second-round pick. I think you could have done it for a second-round pick. John Gruden likes to, blow up the team and make mistakes left and right. So it's a thing. But here's the thing. Next year's upcoming draft is literally, I got a team stream the other day talking about how scouts were mad that there's not enough high-end talent in the draft. I agree. I've done a little bit of my studying. Y'all know I study every year on the draft, and I really only have 3 guys that I think are high end quality. Now, obviously, there's other guys that are going to be good, but if it's worth the risk and you get a wide receiver 1, I get the point of the Cowboys doing the deal. We're gonna have to see how it pans out moving forward. Remember, we got to trade, or we got to release Deontay Thompson by week 9, so we can get the 4th round pick. Now, with Amari Cooper coming in, that should be the exit of Deontay Thompson. Hello. But, sorry, DJ, I know you love him. Anyway, VR, I love you. Next week, we got more London games. Got to pick up the booth, call some bad boys. Tell them to get TJ Yells in the ball. Also, Ponchal, you're a fraud. You're fake. Naming your team the underdog. Disrespectful ass. It's okay. You really ain't the underdog. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. Shruti, DJ loves her, and she knows it too. Anyway, that's all. That's all I got for you guys. Enjoy and watch the rest of this third period. Go Stars. Go VR. VR Week 8 is coming at you live. I'm ending the stream now. If you have anything to say, just know I'm all ears. Deuces, mother...